This is me, aged 38, not as fit as I want to be, heavier at this age than I'd like to be, and despite running every day for nearly 3.5 years, struggling to stay motivated to run and to train. Now my standard daily run is just 1 mile, but I have found that more recently that's all I've really been doing. So this has led to me being heavier and more unfit, and so it was time to break the cycle, up my daily runs to at least 30 minutes each day. Okay, so you enjoy me at the end of week 1 of running every day for 30 minutes. So my reflections so far, getting out the door and doing the run is not a problem. The challenge is not turning off early and just doing the sort of usual mile. But so far, you know, I've been able to kind of switch the switch and do, you know, the 30 minutes fairly sort of comfortably without too many problems. And also at the moment I'm not specifically training for anything. I haven't got a race sort of in the schedule too soon, which possibly is making it easier. So week 1 summary: getting out the door, not a problem. Doing easy runs every day, not a problem. But you know, I haven't had many kind of barriers in terms of work and life to contend with. So as we move into week 2, obviously hope that, whoa, that was nearly a barrier falling over. As we move into week 2, just obviously hope that it stays the same and life is nice and clear and I can get out the door every day for at least 30 minutes. Right, I'll catch up with you in a week. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's now the end of week 2. This is Sunday, and my reflections on this past week again have been pretty good. Now I think I said at the end of week 1 that, you know, life hadn't really got in the way too much. Everything was fairly sort of chilled and that made it easy getting out the door. That's generally been the case this week, but you know, there have been a few sort of long days at work and, you know, just opportunities in the morning, because I like to try and get it done in the morning where I haven't been able to get out straight away. So a couple of times I've had to leave it quite late to get out the door, which I don't like doing, but you know, still I've managed to do it, and I haven't regretted not completing the 30 minutes, which is a positive. In terms of sort of other metrics, you know, I'm feeling as fit as I sort of do anyway, so no real change there. My weight is going in the right direction, which is down. All in all, week 2 summary: a few obstacles, a few late nights, but nothing that I haven't been able to overcome. Weight is coming down, fitness feels like it's going up, so all in all it's going well. I will see you at the end of week 3. As week 2 came to a close and week 3 began, my motivation was picking up. I had entered a new race a few months away that I could aim for. I had started to accept that 30 minutes was a good enough amount of time to get in a solid workout and not compromise on family time at home. And this was motivating me to train better and maximise my runs. So this is the end of the 3rd week of running for 30 minutes each and every day. What I want to talk about at the end of this 3rd week are the things that are going well and the sort of things that I'm noticing are a bit of a struggle. Let's start with the struggles. In terms of how my body is feeling, generally I've been feeling okay, but the one thing I have noticed is my ankles and my feet are feeling a bit sore, and I've never really sort of noticed that before. And I guess even though I do run every day and I have done for a number of years, I've always sort of built in those sort of 1 mile days, those 10-minute run days where, you know, nothing really sort of happens in terms of training load, I would say, on the body. But 30 minutes, even running at an easy pace like I'm doing like this evening, you know, on some nice sort of soft trails that I've got around me, the ankles and the feet just take a little while to warm up. I'll always try and vary my terrain throughout the week, so tarmac and sand and dirt and grass and duck boards if they're available, because I know that's really good for you. But yeah, I am noticing the ankles are a little bit sore, so just having to kind of do a bit more extra recovery on that. And then the other thing is just the mental challenge, as is always the way with doing something as a habit every day, of getting out the door. I'd like to do it early so I know that it's done, I haven't got to worry about it, but sometimes life gets in the way, and you know, doing a 30-minute run when it's kind of 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night is a little bit stressful, but those are the only two things at the moment. Everything else is going really well. So let's talk about the pros. The good things at the moment are my weight is dropping. I'm not going to say rapidly, but consistently. At the start of this, I was sort of flirting with 80 to 81 kilos, and I'm now sort of sitting comfortably somewhere between sort of 76 to 77.5. It does fluctuate. The best I've seen is 75.5, I think, and that got me really excited. But yeah, it tends to be around sort of 76 to 77.5. So I'm really hopeful that that will keep going in the right direction. I'm eating a lot better. I'm a bit more sort of conscious about what I'm eating throughout the day, just eating less and eating less rubbish. The next positive is the fact that this has inspired me now to kind of motivate myself to get some more goals out ahead of me. I was kind of in a bit of a slump before I started this challenge, and that's one of the reasons why I did this. I was a bit kind of unmotivated, didn't really know where I was going with my running after doing a couple of half marathons at the start of the year. But I've kind of had a word with myself. I've realised that the half marathon is probably the perfect distance for me at the moment in terms of the time I've got to dedicate to it, and actually kind of what my body is suited for. And the final benefit is what's going on up here. So running has always been the escape. It's always been the way to kind of tune out from the day, either prepare for the day or defragment from the day, and 10 minutes has been good at doing that. But actually having 30 minutes, I've really noticed that after those 30 minutes the endorphins are kicking in. I feel a lot sort of happier, a lot more positive, regardless of what has happened throughout the day. And I think that's because, you know, I've dedicated 30 minutes to myself to do something positive, to do something which I know is moving, you know, myself forward in a way, in a direction that I want to go. And so yeah, the headspace and the mental aspect of this has been really noticeable for me. I'm not quite finished with this run. I am 15 minutes into it, so I've got to carry on, get the rest of the 15 minutes in, maybe a little bit more, and I'll see you at the end of week 4. After running for 30 minutes for 30 consecutive days, I covered 195.3 kilometers. My weight dropped from 80 kilos to 76.5 kilos, but most importantly, my love and passion and motivation for running has well and truly returned. And you join me on day 30, the final day of running for at least 30 minutes each and every day, with the hardest being yesterday, probably day 29, just due to lack of sleep. Just feeling pretty tired, but feeling great now on this 30th and final day, and it's definitely reignited my running over this past month. Like I've said in some of the earlier weeks, I was in a bit of a lull. This has hit the reset button, and I'm feeling lighter, stronger and fitter. So if you are feeling up for a challenge and you want to push yourself, and you can carve out 30 minutes a day. This is definitely something I think is in the realm of most people with a good level of fitness. It's not a physical challenge, it's just mentally getting out there every day and turning the doorknob. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Hopefully it's inspired you to go on a similar journey of your own, and thank you for viewing this far. Any comments or likes are massively appreciated, and I'll see you in a new video hopefully soon.